Okay, let's see if I can get this one right. Hello, and welcome to Coping with Donald. I am Phil. Um, I need to ask for your understanding. If during this you keep hearing the computer making noises, announcing things, it's going through a phase. I've got to get it cleaned out or something. But I'm sorry for the inconvenience. That's what I had almost finished a Coping with Donald the other day, and I couldn't finish it because that happened, and I thought, oh, well, I lost everything that I put on. I don't know. Let's just do Coping with Donald, okay? It is 8/21, August 21st, 2025, and we're living in a country with a president who thinks that it's okay to dangle tariffs over Norway's head in order to sort of mafia strongman them into giving him the Nobel Peace Prize. He wants this prize so much. He wants Ukraine to basically surrender. The agreement that he brought over via Putin is, as far as having the security of not being invaded by Russia again, Russia says that they would have veto power over Ukraine guarantees. So, if Russia wants to attack Ukraine, they just say, well, we're vetoing the guarantees, and then they attack them. This is the deal that the Art of the Deal great deal maker is trying to present to Ukraine. He basically wants them to surrender, and then he'll get his peace prize. You know, he's also talking about going to heaven now a lot, which confuses me. He's like the least likely person I would think would go to heaven. And all he has to, the first thing he should do is stop doing just about everything he's doing. Concerning immigration, there's that noise. Sorry about that. Concerning immigration, concerning cutting off food to kids overseas and here too, getting rid of people's health care, reducing SNAP to the point where a lot of children in this country will go hungry. He's got to stop doing that stuff. You're not going to go to heaven. I don't care how many peace deals you broker for your own benefit to get the Nobel Prize so you can walk around with that big, smug smile on your face. He's also a president who now he's going on against museums. He doesn't want museums to show things like there was slavery. He wants positive type stuff in history. Look, Donald, if you're ashamed of our history, then don't look at it. But I like, and I think a lot of Americans like to have museums accurately show what happened in history. Okay? We don't want to whitewash things historically just so you can change how history looks at you as well. Everything he wants to do is strong arming. He's probably going to say, oh, there won't be any money for museums unless you get rid of this display, and I don't like this and that and the other thing. He's also buying a part of Intel through the government, or the government is. That's in the works. I remember the day when Republicans would be horrified if government had anything to do with private industry, with the free market. But they break their own rules for Donald Trump. They do it all the time. Okay. Nebraska. I keep seeing these things about Nebraska. They're going broke, wah, wah. No one's picking our crops, wah, wah, wah. Farmers are going broke. I also remember a time where Republicans said it's very important to not have estate taxes on inheritance, because otherwise everyone would lose their farms. Ugh. Well, everyone's losing their farms right now. It has nothing to do with the state taxes. It does have something to do with Trump's policies. How long are we going to ignore? Oh, I gotta say, Nebraska, raise your taxes. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You have 2 Republican senators. You have a Republican governor. You can't blame this on liberals. You can't blame it on Democrats. Do the responsible thing and get the income through taxation that you need to pay the state bills. You're coming out to other states for a handout? I live in Florida. We're pretty bad too. We are really bad. And everybody's Republican down here. And when the time comes, they're going to have to just raise taxes in order to pay for society. So you do it first, Nebraska. Show us how it's done. Don't come to us for a handout. Dark ice. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. I've already had enough of watching people have their windows smashed in, then get pulled out through the window, and then ice says, oh, they were threatening us. I've had enough of seeing guys get their heads punched against the sidewalk. The longer that we accept this as normal, the more likely it is to be a permanent condition in the United States. Roving gangs of so-called police, unidentified, hiding their faces, pulling people over, detaining them. This is indeed, I think, I would guess the Civil War was worse than this, but not by much. Apple. Remember Apple went to the White House and they gave Trump that golden doodad, and they said, oh, you are the greatest, Donald Trump. You are the greatest Trump to ever Trump. You are the most godly man ever, and, we love you. And he said he was going to invest, basically, the next 10 years of profits building factories in the United States, which I didn't think he would do. But they made an announcement. I would have loved to see Trump's face when he heard this. Apparently, they're going to expand iPhone production in India. Like I said, they're waiting for him to die. Yeah, whatever. We'll invest this and that and the other thing. Yeah. You're not going to live much longer, are you? A lot of people in this country thinking that. Finally, Donald Trump going to heaven. This upsets me very greatly because I've said this before. I have had to listen to and about Donald Trump my whole life. My whole adult life, for sure. This blowhard has been mouthing off and then horribly becoming president, affecting so many people's lives, even affecting my life, to be honest. I do things a certain way because of the danger that he poses. Donald, yuck. I don't want to go to heaven if Trump goes to heaven. I mean, I got to make other plans. I have to go out now and start sinning. Because if he goes to heaven, I have to find a way not to be there. Although I suppose you could just ask God, can you send me to limbo or something? This guy's too much. I'd rather go in limbo. I'd be perfect in limbo anyway because I spend so much time alone anyway. But, I mean, I was thinking, okay, what sins could I commit to not go to heaven that he hasn't done? I'm having a hard time with this. Comment below if you can think of one. What sins has Donald Trump not committed. So, please like, please subscribe. Help me get to 20 subscribers. I don't think I'm there. Last I looked, last I saw, it was 17. But there is one that would send you to hell right away, and that is, trying to think of somebody who's done it. Unfortunately, a person I really admire, Robin Williams, what he did at the end. I don't want to do that. That's where I draw the line. And everything else, I think Trump has done. So I'll wind up going to the same place as Trump. Or just hope that he doesn't go to heaven. Leave your comments below. Donald Trump in heaven. Have a good day.